Hey, I think most of you out there are familiar by now with my everyday carry gun, my Smith & Wesson 586 L-Comp. I've been carrying this all winter long. Really love this gun. I'm not even sure I'm going to switch back to my Chiappa come summer. We'll see. But right now I'm loving this gun so much that I might not. It's really easy to carry. It's a little bit heavy, but man, it's such an awesome gun. Now, I get a lot of flack from people for carrying a revolver. You know, the tactitards out there think that you're going to die. Well, you know, I'm like, what? I'm over 50 and I ain't dead yet, so I'm not seeing where their logic's coming into play. And I've actually had to use my gun to defend myself in my everyday civilian life, and it was a revolver, and yet I'm still here. So I'm not following their logic, but, you know, let them have whatever they want to have. You know, they can have whatever argument they want to make. But today I want to make a little bit of a change to this gun. It's a little covered in goop here, not goop, but flakes mostly. Please forgive me, because like I said, I am over 50, so I am slowly disintegrating, and a lot of that gets into the gun. So ignore that for this video. What I want to change today is the cylinder release. The cylinder release on revolvers isn't the easiest thing to activate while you're holding the gun. If you ever had to reload, if you have to activate the cylinder release, you kind of got to change your grip. And since this gun is loaded, because I just took it out of my holster, let's unload it before we do anything with this gun. We don't want to be working on a loaded gun and give anyone out there a heart attack. I don't want to be responsible for any snowflakes needing to be medicated or, you know, spend 72 hours in a psychiatric hold. So let's go ahead. I'll unload this gun and I'll show you what I mean by having to shift your grip to activate the cylinder release. As you can see here, when I have a standard grip on the gun, it's not that easy to get your thumb onto that thing. I mean, you can, but it's not easy because the back of the gun kind of gets in the way. You kind of got to shift your grip around just a little bit and then activate it to make it easy to do. But that's not optimal if I ever had to reload, so I'm going to take care of that today by changing out that cylinder release. But first, let's get it unloaded here. Okay, now that I've got it unloaded, what I'm going to be replacing the cylinder release with is one of the Hogue extended cylinder releases. Now, you have seen these on my stainless steel guns, but I've never had one on a blued gun, mainly because these are a flat bluing, meaning the piece is bead blasted before it's blued. Most of my guns are polished before they're blued, the few blued guns I own, so this would never have matched them. The 586 L-Comp is a bead blasted finish, then blued, so this should match it pretty well. So let's go ahead and get the old one off and get this one on. And all I gotta do is unscrew the old one. I'm pretty sure I don't have to explain to you guys how to screw or unscrew something. I hope not, you're adults, I hope you know how to screw. Although if I talk to your spouses, I might hear a different story. Just take that little thing off there and put it aside, save it. Never want to get rid of it, because if you ever sell the gun or anything like that, which I hope I won't do, you might want to put it back to stock. So don't throw away your old parts. Now let's put the new one on. Now, I'm going to go take this, wipe it down a little bit first with a little bit of oil, then I'll put it on. Okay, it is on there. Let's tighten it down. Screwing twice in one day. That's a record for me now. Now, don't try to get it on there to where it's on there like a vise. It doesn't have to be that tight. Just put it on to where it's hand tight and it'll hold itself in there nicely. So there you can see the new one is on, which brings the release latch up closer to my thumb. Now, once again, when I have a standard grip on the gun, a shooting grip, I can easily activate the cylinder release. And now it's easier to do since this larger cylinder release gives you more leverage, so it makes it easier to actually activate it. Before we finish up here, one thing you will want to do, if you carry a holster with a thumb strap, you'll want to make sure this new extended release doesn't interfere with that thumb strap. Now, this holster is very tight because I never wear my brown holster. I always wear my black holster, but we will see how well it works here. So there you have it. It snapped. It fits. Wasn't the easiest thing I've ever had to do, but wasn't the hardest thing either. But once this breaks in, that leather will stretch some and it'll be really easy to do. Like I said, this was brand new and never wear my brown holster. So it will stretch in. It will form to fit that new release, and then it'll snap easily. Right now, it fits. That's all that matters. So that brings us to the end of the video. Very quick and easy install there, and it really makes a big difference. So if you're someone that carries a revolver and you want it to be just a little bit easier to reload if you have to, go ahead and put one of these on your gun. I think you'll be glad you did.